What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Santo G. Back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. That way you're notified when I drop future content, man. So, before anything, man, if you guys are drinking one, or if you guys are blazing one, let's take a little second to get our mind right before we get into this video together and continue the story on Santo G and my life journey, man. Let's get it. If you're new here, take a second to hit that subscribe and tap that notification bell, man. It only takes 2-3 seconds. That ain't that much. Let's get it. And before I start getting trolled in the comments, this is actually the same brew from the videos earlier. I just was doing work around the house and had a shower, little change of clothes, man, but it's still the same day. I'm knocking out all 4 videos back to back to back, just trying to keep the story going and keep the momentum going. If you're a content creator, you know when you're in the zone and you hot, it's best to get it while it's hot, man. So, salute to you guys. I've been putting it in the fridge. That's why I like these highlights, because you could screw it back on, man, and it does stay fresh still. Coming from somebody that used to drink Bruno, I could put a little cap on it and put it in the fridge and let it get cold, man. I ain't picky. That's just me, man. I'm ghetto. I'm from the hood. Hey, you know what I mean? So, where was I? So I end up taking the phone rap for the homie Thumper and end up pretty much crossing myself up. So now I go back to the cell and he ends up getting into it with the homie Shorty. The homie Shorty actually ends up moving out the cell after they ended up finding that phone, and the homie was pretty much trying to convince him to take the rap for it. But since Shorty only had like 2-3 months to go home, he was like, hell no, I don't want to get another 3 months. I'm gonna go home. I already have 90 days. He had already signed his parole papers. You sign your parole papers once you get to like 120 days. You sign paperwork, then once you hit to 90 days, you sign another paperwork. But it's like 4 months or 3 months to the house. You start filling out paperwork, your parole address, so on and so forth. So Shorty was already in that process. He had already filed that process. So he was like, nah, hell no. After that, he moved out. That's when the homie ended up getting into it with him. But before that, before Shorty moving out, let me tell you guys this story. I think this is what kind of like just broke the back. It was the last straw that broke the camel's back type stuff, you know? If that's how you say the saying, I'm not sure. But, so Trip, I already told you guys about the story when me and the homie B got caught smoking. And I actually ended up getting another write-up. That's what finally did it and pushed me to go to a level 3 to go to Centinela. I had got caught with that knife, and I think for that one the time period had passed by, like me not getting into any trouble. But after that I end up getting moved on. So I land in F yard, I go on the highway, I get the phone, I take the rap for the phone. So 90 days for me, boop, bow, bow. Then I take another 90 days for the phone. And then this one, I end up getting a dirty drug test because we ended up getting caught smoking. If you guys haven't seen that video, let me tell you guys this story, man. I'm going to put a picture right here of my boy B. I actually still talk to the homie till this day. Very good friend of mine. And there's a picture of him supporting the brand. My boy done got his life together. He's doing good with his family. Got his own house. Everything doing good. I think he even got his own company. But my boy doing his thing. This is what he looks like now. There's a picture of him. So it was me and the homie B. Bam. I go out to yard and I'm talking to the homie Suspect from TMC. Shout out my boy Suspect from TMC. So I go out to yard and I'm talking to him and he tells me like, hey, I just got some bomb ass kush. Like, what? He like, yeah. Boom, here's a 50 ball. What? Good looking. Boom, we go inside. Roll up a little leño and I have the rest in my little waist pocket. So, boom, we're blazing and I have a TV that has a CD player. So we're blazing, bumping music, and then next thing you know, you hear, like, what the fuck? I look, and it's the Hura. I'm like, oh shit. All we can think of is go to the toilet and flush the one that we're smoking. So boom, he flushes it. Soon as they come in, I just remember like, oh shit, I got the butt on my waist. So I grab it, and as he's like putting his hand on me to turn me around, I throw it in my mouth and I swallow it. It's stuck in my throat. I'm like struggling to swallow it. They end up hitting the whole cell, and it's my cell. Keep in mind, they just hit the cell and took a phone. Not even a couple weeks later, the cell's getting hit again, but this time because we were blazing. So, boom, they come in, they don't find nothing. He gives me a bottle and tries to have me pee, but when he gives me the bottle, he hands it to me. I get water from the sink, put it in my mouth. I turn around and I spit it in the bottle. I go to the toilet, like, he's talking to someone, so I go to the sink real quick, put water in my mouth, then I go to the toilet and I spit it out like if I'm fucking pissy, and I give it to him. He's like, what? No, I'm supposed to watch you. I'm like, man, well, I already peed. I can't pee twice. So they have us in the hallway. That fool takes my TV, all my appliances, man. He takes everything to like piss. He's like, I'm gonna take all your stuff till you piss for me. I never pissed for him that day. He had to go home. So the next day in the morning, I get a call. Inmate Garcia report to the program office. So I go to the program office and I see my homeboy B. Because my homeboy B was actually, he was in building 3 with us, but he was in A pod. I was in C pod. So he had already went back to his pod the next day. You know what I mean? He's in his pod, so I didn't hear them. I heard him call me. I go and I see him right there. As soon as I see him, I'm like, fuck. And that fool hit me with a bottle to the point where he was right there watching me. Like, he seen my dick and the piss coming out my dick, going in the bottle and everything. Fucking Mark ass. It was a Chino. I don't know this fool's name. B, if you're watching, my boy, and you remember this fool's name, let me know this fool's name. But a straight fucking lop ass fool, a straight Chino. He's the one that went above and beyond, because weren't no other COs even tripping. Like, once they hit the cell and all that, they weren't tripping. He's the one that went above and beyond. Bullshit you not, he took like $500 worth of appliances from me that I had bought and never got back. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't under my name. It was floaters. It was just homie going home. That TV with the CD player alone cost like $500, brand new. I ended up buying it for like $100 or like $150 for the low. But still, you add everything, my fan, hot pot, fucking TV, everything. He took everything. All my appliances, man, he took. Mark ass fool. That goes to show you, you know, another stuff that DCOs and stuff be playing games, you know. So, boom. That ends up happening. Now the homie Shorty moves. And he moves without telling the homie Thumper. And him and Thumper were there in the cell before I even got there. So they had their own thing going on. And he ended up getting mad. They ended up getting into it over the TV and an antenna. The homie Thumper ended up boop, boop, bow. They ended up getting into it. The homie just said boop, 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 boop. Boom, lumped them up to the point where the homie went out to the yard that night. People got in his head. He got the okay. The next day, I'm chilling with the homie Thumper. He gives me the phone, like, here, put it to charge, my boy. Put it to charge. He's like, I'm gonna go get water. I just hear him. So I go and I look and I see Shorty behind him. Just see him behind him. Then he tosses that. The homie just boop, 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 boop. Ends up getting on him. Shorty actually tried to blast the homie, was unsuccessful. He said he got him like twice, but not that good, you know? But the homie ended up beating up the homie Shorty. And then the homie ended up going to B yard. Thumper ended up in B yard. Shorty ended up coming back. And then that's when Shorty ended up going home. And like 5 days later, I see him on the news. This is Shorty right here, y'all. If you guys haven't seen that story, that's another crazy ass story. Shorty goes home. I end up seeing him, what he's wearing when he goes home. Tell me why I'm chilling, watching the news, watching TV, watching the news, and it says, man on man, power pole standoff or something like that. It's my old celly, Shorty. He's hugging a power pole, and that's actually the picture from that article. I wasn't able to find the video, but I found the article. So the picture I'm showing you guys is from that article, from me seeing him in the news. So, you know, no cap, man, you could write a book from my life story, just me being in that yard, B yard, F yard, just the whole process, everything, just off of the little bit I've told this far. And I still have, this is 2014, I ended up getting out to 2017. I still got 3 years worth of stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this one short and sweet, y'all. The family's already laid out. I don't want to be too loud, man. I appreciate you guys tapping with me. But this is just me connecting the dots, telling you guys the story from beginning to end, so you guys can see how all these stories connect. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you guys are tripping out, and little videos that I mentioned here and there, go back, man, and check it out. I guarantee you, entertainment, wisdom, just overall good stories, man. Shout out Killer Kush, shout out Cali Herbs Los Angeles, and this one's for y'all, man. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, honestly, because like I said, y'all changing my life, and y'all motivating me to keep going, and keep going, man. You know what I mean? The sky's the limit. Pretty soon, we're going to be having a full-blown podcast, and you're going to hear me just bullshit and just talk about life, daily stuff, relationships, you know what I mean? Fatherhood, just everything, man. Just all the blessings of life, you know? Because even if you go through hard times, they're all blessings because it makes you who you are. It builds character. That's how I always like to look at it. So regardless through anything, look at this comment right here, man, from me doing time, talking about I'm living the dream. I look back on it and I'm like, man, I don't know how I was able to stay that positive, you know? Through all them hard times and rough times, I don't know how I was able to just keep that positive outlook. And a lot of times I look at it and I'm like, man, I guess that was something that I had to go through, you know? I've always had that positive mindset, giving people advice, giving people motivation. So I sit back and I look at it and I'm like, damn, I know regardless of the wrong that I've done in my life, I know that I've done a lot good. I know that I've helped a lot of people. I've helped put smiles on people's faces. I've helped people's time go by just a little smoother, you know? Like, you don't even know. If you guys think just these little videos help you, imagine being with me in a building or doing time and you stressed out and just me telling you stories or me motivating you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I know I touched a lot of people's lives, not only through this YouTube platform, but just in life in general. You know what I mean? Just being myself and carrying on the way that I do. That's why I try to tell you guys, man, unity, prosperity, and respect. Respect above all. Carry yourself and conduct yourself how you would want people to conduct themselves. You know what I'm saying? If you wouldn't want somebody making a fool of yourself, like say your homeboy, you don't want a J-Cat ass homeboy, don't be that J-Cat ass homeboy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want asshole, people getting at you with a fucked up attitude, well then you don't be that asshole to people either. You know what I'm saying? Karma is real, and I'm a true believer. If you walk a certain path and you're good, then you'll get blessings. But if you're just grimy and shisty, then you know what I mean? That's what you're going to attract. Let's get it.